everybody. We are now officially live. We are here to talk about Planet Hollywood. Me and my fellow friend, my fellow New Yorker, she's up in Merrick, Long Island, correct?
Yes.
She is part of Ocean Dream Travel. I am part of Platinum Travels, two different travel agents who went out there. We did some tours. We had some fun. And what we wanted to do was to give you our honest reviews about this resort. And there's so much that happened at this resort, so much that we missed, that we're definitely going back. So just to give you a little bit of a background, what I do want you guys to do is as you come in and as you check in, please comment below wherever you're watching this. Let us know where you're checking in from. Let us know if you've been to the resort, and if you have, what were some of the favorite things that you had about going to this resort? So me and Sarah went out there like a week ago, last weekend. It seemed like so long ago.
Right?
We was there last weekend. We was there from Thursday through Sunday. Did not want to leave. Unfortunately, we had to go. And we went there as agents and consumers because we wanted to learn about the resort and different things. But guys, before I go into this, because I like visuals, I want to go ahead and share with you a video that shows you some of the categories, some of the rooms that they have available, as well as an overview of the entire resort. Now, Sarah, when you watch this video, because she hasn't seen this video yet, when you watch this video, I want you to understand, I did not know this resort was this big. I was watching the video and I was like, wow, we did walk all of that a few times. And you don't realize it when you're having fun and there's sun and you're heading either to or from a bar. You don't realize it. Also, as a disclaimer, I put all the videos together using a free video converter. So you will see their ad pop up throughout the video. Sorry, guys. So guys, Sarah,
I was
that brings
jamming
back
over
memories.
here. I was ready.
Wasn't it cool watching the video and we're like, oh look, there goes our room. Oh wait, that was our room again.
Mhm.
So tell me, let the people know, what was your first impression when you walked into this resort?
So when I first walked in, when we booked the Star Class suite, so we got recognized. I have never had a welcome like that. I mean, my children run up to me when I get home, but it was nothing like this. They clapped for you. I was like, "What's happening?" It was overwhelming, but like so, it was amazing. The check-in was, smooth, but the place, they had the car in the middle of the resort in the front. It just looks like Hollywood. Like if you ever wanted to really be a star ever in life, this is your go-to place. Just the entrance alone was just stunning.
Now, do you want to tell people what Star Class is? Because even one of our fellow agents says Star Class was amazing.
So Star Class, there's different categories. They have the family side and they have the adult teen side, but they also have the Star Class. So they really cater to you and you're treated like a star. You have certain privileges. There's a private pool section. Um, and the rooms are just fabulous.
Now, what I loved about Star Class is when we went to breakfast and we saw that long line, and he was like,
That's
wow.
another, yes.
And they came out and they said, anybody Star Class? We was like, yes, we are. And they moved the Star Class immediately to the front. So one of the great benefits of having a Star Class, some people, debate about whether or not I should upgrade. Should I stay at the level? Is it worth it? I'm gonna give you some of my beliefs on it because of just the value behind it. One, you get a personal writer that is with you the entire time. This assistant, you can communicate with them through a WhatsApp right now. So you don't have to have face-to-face contact with them as much. You can just send them a WhatsApp at any time of the day, and they'll take care of all of your reservations. Now, understand, you do not need reservations for these restaurants. You can just walk in, but it could be up to an hour wait if there's a lot of people you're going during a high time. But with the assistant, they'll actually make the reservations for you. They actually did that for us when we went to East, the Asian restaurant, and they made the reservation directly for us. So we didn't have to wait. We just kind of walked in and we was good. I also like the fact that we had a cabana. We're going to talk about the cabana in a minute. We had the cabana and we didn't know where the cabana was. So as we're sitting and waiting to get our COVID test results done, and we'll tell you about that story too, I was like, oh, okay, well, we have a cabana at 10. If you could just let us know. He was like, okay, well, they'll let us know right before 10. I was like, okay, cool. 10 minutes later, we had all the information set up. And what was so great about our guy, he actually came to our cabana and asked us, how was our experiences so far?
Mhm.
And that was actually pretty great. And yes, Michelle, Cabana was amazing. We had a lot of fun there. You want
And
to tell them about the cabana?
the building also was Star Class. You want to do the cabana or the building?
No, do the building, then we'll come back to the cabana.
Okay, because the building is actually one of my favorite part, guys, in Star Class. So, there's the breakfast buffet that everyone can go at. But let's say you just want to stay in your room. You can order room service. However, they also have a hot and cold buffet right in the entryway as you're walking into the Star Class building to your room. They have wine set up. They have champagne, which I had to ask the concierge to help me. I was like, can you help me pop this bottle? I'm a little scared. We were both scared, but we did it together. And it's just nice. They have waters like complimentary. Obviously, it's an all-inclusive resort, but just like a little bit more things at your fingertips with Star Class. And it was really nice because there was little tables. You could sit down and grab a little bite if you wanted to just eat quickly before going to the pool, and you didn't have any lines. It's perfect.
Yeah, but what was great about Star Class is they have, as you mentioned earlier, Star Class is on the adult scene side as well as the family side. The building that we were in was the central family side Star Class rooms building. So there's more buildings that have Star Class, but ours was kind of the central location. There was even private concierge there that we didn't need because we had an attendant helping us the entire time. But there was a concierge there. There was also a gym upstairs. There was even a mini spa that we never made it to the second floor to actually see. So we have to go back to see that. But I agree. I like the idea because we would come in like, oh, I'm a little thirsty. What are we drinking today? And I have to say that their white wine It wasn't dry and it wasn't sweet. It was just right. I felt like Goldilocks, and it was just right for me. And we'll walk in, grab a little snack, walk into the room. But wait, we didn't tell them what type of room we had, Sarah. We had a swim up, everybody.
Yes, we did.
It's beautiful.
It's
It was
gorgeous.
a beautiful room.
And there's, not only when you walk outside onto your balcony area, they had grass, they had fake grass, which I really enjoyed. That's one key thing that I did like from our room, because it's not all wet. So you're not slipping and sliding as you're walking in. You have a chance to, kind of dry off. And also, since the star class is on the adult and family side, if you have children, especially me, I'm dying to take the kids back there. They have a whole huge play area that's not by the pool. They're not going to fall in the water. It was great. I really enjoyed and appreciated that fake grass, whatever it's called, mesh,
The turf.
turf. That's it.
It's turf. It's a fake grass. I appreciated it because when you get out the pool, who wants to walk through dirt to get back to the room? Because now it's just ew, just too much for me. So I appreciated that. But I love about our room specifically is that because we was in the star class suite, the pool was directly in front of us. So we could have been in our swim out watching the people in the jacuzzi and in the pool. And from our partiers, understand we had a bar, then we had the star class grill bar, and then behind that was the adult scene with another bar. Let me explain. Yes, there is a different wristband for adult scene. No, nobody's really checking your wristband when you go over there. There's no wristband police, because I keep seeing everybody saying, oh, well, you can't go over there if you don't have a wristband. In all reality, you can walk over there. You just may not get served at the grill because you don't have the right wristband. They were actually checking, because I did hear stories of people saying they couldn't get stuff because they didn't have the right wristband. But there's like 3 bars, because in the adult scene pool, there is a swim up bar. And I really don't think that they're not going to serve you if you don't have the wristband. I think that really just goes more towards the 2 restaurants that they have in the adult scene that's exclusive for them, the seafood restaurant, and they have a steak restaurant. It's what is it called? The one that gives you the meat continuously. I forget what it's called.
I know it.
It's the one with the red and green, and the meat just keeps coming, and it's on a stick.
And they just put it right on your plate. We had it last time we were in Cancun.
Yeah, there's one of those, like a Brazilian steakhouse type place.
Yes.
But if you are not star class, you can still eat there for an upgraded charge. But we actually never did eat there. But that's a nice additive because there's no kids allowed. So this is really great for, like, so if Sarah goes back out there with her family and her and the hubby want to go out and have a nice dinner, they can leave the kids in the room with her mom for a couple of hours to go have a nice dinner at the restaurant and then come back to the kids. It's just like they go out for a date while on vacation.
Right.
And have fun. So I loved it. So now let's talk about the cabana. Let's talk about the cabana now.
Oh, that was really fun. There was TV, so you had your music going. That was a plus. They need to make it louder, though, because that 100 was not enough for me, but it was perfect. We had the couch in there. We were able to get a bottle. I think it does include a bottle, correct, Tish?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's right in front of the pool. And we had a little swim up, a little private. What are the pools called that are right there?
It was the private pools, but it was jetted.
Jetted, yes. And then the bubbles came, and it was so much fun. And you could just go in the main pool, or then you could go in your little private pool, which we definitely took advantage of. It was big enough for the 5 of us. It was great. And they had the lounge chairs right in front. So we didn't really have to go to the main area unless we wanted to do the swim up bar. But they brought the drinks right to us.
They brought everything to us. They brought drinks. They brought food. At one point, I think we had like 16 drinks sitting up there just lined up, ready to go. One of our business partners said, I'm just going to line you up right now so you don't have to keep ordering. I was like, okay, but can you tell us what's here first? It was all different colors and stuff like that. I like the cabana because, for one, they put us on the adult scene because they wanted us to experience what the adult scene was like. So we was right behind the DJ. I have to say that DJ played a lot of great music.
Yeah.
I was very happy with the music selection. I even played water volleyball. I don't even know how I got into. Yeah, I did. I don't even know how I got into the game. I was in the water doing something else, and the next thing I know, a ball came flying at me, and I hit it. And the guys
in the game.
We had 2 Planet Hollywood players in the water with us. So they actually have people that will play with you, that will get involved with you to get things hyped. Now, unfortunately, we didn't spend like any time on the family side, but I do say that there, what was it? The Jurassic Park water park that they had.
That looked fun. I mean, we did tour by it. We did pass it. We took the tour past it, and also by they had the wave, not wave pool, lazy river, which goes all throughout the kids section, which is great. Like the bucket that tumbles over, and also the underwater cave bar. Well, it's not underwater, but it's like a little cave that you go under, and you're in the water. Actually on the family side, we didn't
Yeah,
check
like
that
the
out.
grotto.
Yes,
It's like the grotto for kids, you know. And one of the things that, I did learn too was that a lot of the bars on the kids side also had kid versions of drinks. So if somebody wanted to be just like their parents and get a drink, they could actually get a kid version. Some of it was just a virgin version of a drink, but some of it was actually kid drinks for them, so they could have something to drink besides soda and water, which I thought was actually really cool. There was a Guy Fieri burger joint, never made it. Walked by it, very big though. I have to say that all of their restaurants that we've been to and that we saw were surprisingly larger than what they look from the outside.
correct. And they were all really good.
Yes.
The food was phenomenal. I was very impressed with the food. Even the buffet for breakfast the next morning. The buffet was
Their
really
buffet was actually really good. Their buffet was, it was small, but it had just the right amount of stuff. You ever been to a buffet where there's just so many choices? It's like it's pointless.
and there's
This
so
one
many
actually
things to
had good
go for.
choices. They have, it's a typical buffet, but they have a very large seating area. What I did notice, oh, your mic, yeah, we're gonna mute her while she okay, I think she got it fixed. One of the things I did notice is that this resort is a room service resort, because I think in the morning, I think it was the one day we finally made it to the buffet, and all we saw was room service going everywhere. But I think just like how Sarah said, for the star class, they went to the star class to eat. Now remember, if you're on the adult scene, you have something very similar at your check-in, because you have an adult scene lounge. Do you remember that lounge?
Yes. Yes. And I wish we made it to more places just so we could have seen, but we didn't, we didn't have enough time, but definitely saw enough to want to go back to experience all of it, honestly. Definitely need 5 nights realistically, because you have the lazy river, you have like the disco at night, there's all different restaurants, shopping, it's a lot, but the resort is, I loved it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and as Miss Kimberly says, the chicken fingers is amazing. Honestly, a lot of people loved the chicken, whether it was fried, whether it was grilled.
Grilled.
The chicken was just on point. So I don't know what they did, but whatever they did with the chicken was just amazing. Chicken at the steakhouse, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like heaven. And it was breast meat, and it was just tender. It was just great.
Right.
Michelle says at the adult scene side, because she checked in on that side, she said that they serve you champagne upon arrival. So if you really want to be a star class on the adult scene, just go on that side. They have you champagne. They have a larger buffet, a lounge, a private bar. So if your room is not ready, you can hang out there. So understand the adult scene is a separate hotel. It is not just a section of Planet Hollywood. It is completely a separate hotel. So when you book through us, you have to let us know that you want to go to the adult scene, so we can make sure we book you on the right side of the resort.
And you
So
must
remember
bring
that,
your kids
guys.
there.
Adult scene versus family side. Let's see. What else did I love about it? What else did you love about it?
Hmm. I mean, besides the service, the food, I like that the entertainment, like there was something to do for everybody. They did have live entertainment on the adult side as well as in the main entryway. So for families, they can sit down in the chairs there. They had someone singing each night. So there was like a bunch of different entertainment that I thought was really great for all
Yeah.
ages.
Yeah, they had karaoke, they had the live shows, and they would always start setting up the show in the morning. So we would go up there in the morning, we'll see them setting the stage up, like, ooh, I wonder what tonight's
Right.
theme is. And what was great was the adult show and the main show would never started at the same time. So it gave people a chance to do both. And when you do the adult scene side, because I know one of the questions I kept seeing is, for the adult scene entertainment that happens at night, do you have to be adult scene? No, again, no one's checking bracelets. So if you want to wander over to one of their shows, you can. We saw an amazing fire show. They was just dangerous.
That was
I'm
fabulous.
scared.
I don't know how
I'm
they
scared.
twirl it like that.
They was twirling. At one point, I yelled at the girl because she had the thing and it was on her arm, and I was like, "You're burning!" Now, understand, I knew realistically she wasn't, but when you see fire stick on somebody, what's the first thing you think?
Stop, drop, and roll.
But they was amazing. They were amazing, and they did it by the pool, not during the main stage because of safety precautions. Because God forbid, if something did go wrong, they can just jump in the pool and be okay. And then afterward, they turned it into a nighttime pool party because after everything was over, the DJ turned up and two people jumped straight in the pool. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing tonight? Okay. So they had a nighttime pool party. So if you was to recommend, well, I know you're going to recommend it, but what would be some of the top 3 things that you would tell somebody on why they should book it? Who would you send here, I should say? What type of people?
Families, bachelorette parties, because you can still really monetize on the adult side and the star class side. They have different sections, different things that they can do. They have balloons. They also make it personal. If you're celebrating a birthday, even or an anniversary, they put a sash on your door. I think this resort really tailors to all generations. Like, it's a multi-generational hotel, and that's what I like, because it's like a luxurious multi-generational hotel, where a lot of times you find these hotels, they're either adult only, they're really a lot of times adult only. So I like that I can bring my children back to a place that I usually just go to with my husband. So, for me, I think it caters to all people, definitely families, because a lot of people are always asking me, Sarah, where do you take your family? What's good? And I can't wait to take them back there. And just the quality of the service. Like, I just know everyone's going to be taken care of. My mom, who's in a wheelchair, everything's very accessible. There's ramps, we can, get her out, just have her sit outside of, by the swim up. So I just think that it really is catered to all ages and just any type of event, really.
One of the things that I was very impressed was the multicultural vibe. There was all types of skin colors, races, religions. Everybody was there. Everybody was intermingling, and everybody was having fun. This resort, even though we didn't see much of the kids side, only when we did our tour, there was still a wide range of different types of people. And I like resorts like that, because you want your people, when they travel, you want them to feel, included. They don't want to act like, they stand out. There was all shapes and sizes. And guess what? Everybody was having fun. Right? Yeah. As Michelle says, it was a melting pot, and it was definitely a melting pot because it was hot. It was very hot. Even with sunblock on, it was hot. That's why we needed that pool so much. So we also did some other tours. So we're going to talk about the COVID, and then we're going to talk about the 2 other places that we visited. So when you come to Planet Hollywood, I believe if you do a 3-night or longer stay, COVID is free. It might be free for everybody, but I can't quite remember. So we're going to tell you how COVID works, the test. They give you a QR code for you to scan. You fill out the information, and then it is a third-party company. They're supposed to email you back within 24 hours with your appointment time. I'm going to let you know right now, they don't all email people back. One of the things we noticed is a lot of people submitted it 2-3 times and never got a response back and just had to show up and walk up. That was a problem because some people were waiting until the day of them leaving to get the test done. But on the brighter side, it is an instant test. So it's a rapid test, and they won't. So we got scared. They won't let you go because they won't give you your passport back until you have a negative test. So when Sarah went back to get our passport, she was like, passport. He was like, oh, no, I keep it. Sarah was like, no, you give it back.
I had to go home.
So they didn't explain that. So because it's a third party, they don't explain how it works. They don't explain the steps. And we did speak to the sales and marketing manager about it, the guy who hosted us. We did let them know that they need some help. and that, there needs to be at least somebody outside keeping track and checking people in, because as we had to sit and wait and we was helping our fellow people, whether it was business partners or friends we just met, people were just literally walking in and getting the test done while there was people who had been waiting and never could get checked in, because this poor soul had to do everything. He had to check you in, check you out. He had to get the results, print them out, and then find you with your passports.
And then
So
there was a seating section, so we all were in the same kind of like vicinity kind of area. But at the same time, it was, people were waiting there who had the appointments. And then there are people that are walking in, and some of our people didn't even get the email. So it's just, that's something that they definitely can work on.
yeah, and they're aware of it. So when you do go, when we book you and everything, remember, ask for that QR code so you can scan it, make your appointment. If you don't get a response in 24 hours, just make sure you go down there and let them know what's going on. They're very accommodating, though. He was very accommodating with everybody, because he let me get my test done hours, because I was like, dude, there's going to be a phone party. I'm not going to make it back. So now let's take a trip, because we didn't just visit there. We actually went downtown Cancun, and we went to one of their sister resorts. We went to the Royalton Chic in downtown Cancun. And I'm going to let Sarah tell you about her experience when she walked in. I like her reactions to stuff. It's so animated.
I know, right? I can't help it. I enjoyed when you first walk in, there's a DJ who's like in a bathing suit with angel wings, playing, like blasting music, just really getting you going as soon as you walked in. We had so much fun walking into the resort, and it's beautiful. As soon as you walk in, you see a stunning ocean view, like a huge bayfront window, and it's just very clean, very chic, neat. And they had a bar right in front when you walk in with the DJ. I mean, that's your welcome. Hey, it's adult only. Let's get it.
I did like the fact when you walk in, like you don't even check in, you get a drink first. You get their signature drink, which has what inside of it?
Strawberries.
Cotton candy, girl. You missed the cotton candy.
No, that was at the end. They gave us.
But no, that's the drink that they give them when they first come in.
Oh, okay. We got a strawberry one too.
Well, we got quite a few of them. We got special ones. But when they come in, that was their signature drink. It's a cotton candy drink that they give you. There is this lady in this fiery red angel wings. Like it's the chic angel. That's what I've been calling them. These are the new angels. She got a DJ going. And then there's actually another one that's walking around kind of like Vegas style, like a showgirl style, to take pictures. And again, here, their version of Star Class is called Diamond Club. So Diamond Club and Star Class is the same thing. So as you hear us talking about it, it's interchangeable. But now, I love the fact that there was water on both sides. So no matter which side of the building you're on, you're either gonna get the sunset view, the ocean view, but you got water on I was just like, so really to me, it didn't matter what side of the room I put my clients on, because they're gonna have a waterfront view.
Absolutely.
And some of the rooms even had a view. The lower floors would even have a view of the shows at night, because the show is, now remember, this is downtown. This is on a main strip. So understand that, it's not like a big resort type feel, but once you get in, you kind of felt that resort feel. So I love that. And when we went to, which one was it? It was the 2-bedroom Chairman's Suite. It was nice.
It was beautiful.
And what made it even better, that's the same room my mom and her friends are staying in when they go to Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
So this room is a 2-bedroom, can go up to 4-bedroom, can sleep up to 13. And it has a pool table. It has a dining room. It has a kitchen. It has a TV with a sitting area. They have an outdoor with tables and seats and a jacuzzi. And I was looking, like we toured in 2 different groups. Yes. So I let everybody look at the rooms first, right? So I looked at everything else. You know me, I'm the foodie. I went to the kitchen because I said, is this a real kitchen? Or we just playing with this kitchen? No, baby, it's a real kitchen. It is a full-size refrigerator, microwave. There is sinks. I was like, oh, okay. And somebody had asked me, well, what do we need a kitchen for? It's all inclusive. I said, baby, you know there's a lot of good food down this strip, right? Sometimes you might want to bring your own bottles back to the room. Sometimes you might want to have some extra food left over or whatever. You get room service, you don't eat it all. You need some place to put it. I said, come on now. You know, folks complain about not having a big enough fridge. Now you got a whole kitchen, right? Now, this is what I got Michelle. The jacuzzi in each bedroom. That's what she got. I walked into the room and I walked into the spare room because I'm thinking the second room is going to be something tiny. I walked in that room and I was like, oh, this is a whole nother room. I was like they got a real bathroom, like
a huge closet, huge pool. It was beautiful. And they also have a bar when you walk into the left by the pool table. It was stunning. And they have balconies in both of the bedrooms that separates. So then when you're in the living room area, it's another balcony. Like the whole floor is a balcony outside, but it's separated. So you have that privacy when you're going into your separate, bedrooms. And there is, like Tisha said, the day beds like right on the balcony, and you're just watching this gorgeous turquoise blue, aqua, all different shades of blue water. That was probably one of the best highlights for me, just to be able to see that view. The watercolors were just magnificent.
Yeah. And then the fact that this can connect to 2 more bedrooms. I had to explain that to some people later. I said, there's doors that didn't open. Those were another junior suites that can connect. And that's how you can sleep up to 13 people, because you have the master room, that's a king, which sleeps 2. Then the second bedroom, which was 2 queens, which would sleep 4. And then some of the couches, I think will pull outs too in some of the rooms. And then the other rooms, one connects, I believe it was a double queen, and another one was another king, I think. So you definitely have enough space. This is great for what Sarah was saying earlier about bachelorette parties, girls' trips. When you want to be all in the same room and not running through the resort finding people, this is a great way to put everybody together. Now, all their rooms is amazing. They showed us their normal. So this is how they messed us up, y'all. They took us to the best room in the entire building and then took us to the lowest room in the entire building. And the lowest room was just as good. I was like, oh, I could do this. It was the sunset view because the sun set in your view. And I can only imagine watching the sunset over the water.
Yeah, the colors were remarkable. I don't think I've seen colors like that, just like where that particular hotel is located. Because then when we went outside, they have like the whole rooftop area, and there's, they do have a wedding area as well, and there's like these spiral staircases that you can go up to the wedding venue, and we went up there to check that out, and the views from up there were, I mean, it was breathtaking.
At level 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, level 18 was the first thing we saw, and we walked out, and I said, I hadn't seen nothing else for the hotel, just level 18 first, and I was like, we could do this. Like, I didn't see no rooms, I was like, and then they took us to that 360 view. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful. So level 18 is a private club on top of the hotel that is open to the rest of Cancun. If you are a Diamond Club, you do have some extra amenities as far as drinks. The cabanas are up there that you can rent. If you want to have a private party up there, you actually can rent out the entire club if you wanted to. But it's just an extra level of views and just being at the top. And then when we got downstairs, I kind of found the gelato place because I saw gelato and I was like, oh, and I looked at our tour guide. I was like, she was like, yeah. Then I saw that they had tequila flavored gelato. I just walked in and said, yes, please. Everybody else said, can we have some? I was like, yes, come try some. That gelato was great. And they also had a pizza place next door. Now, in this area was the area that Sarah was talking about earlier when you first walk all the way through to the outside. And it is a boardwalk because it is a very large space with day beds. As soon as you walk out, of course, what do they introduce you to? The alcohol right there. But when you look over, there's 2 pools downstairs.
Yes.
I was like, wait, why isn't this on the website? Like, I didn't see this before. There's a Diamond Club pool with a swimmer bar and a regular pool. There's even a Diamond Club beach area, Diamond Club only beach area. And the beach area is not huge, but it's big enough. I'm not a beach girl, so it didn't bother me. I'm a pool girl. Sarah's the beach girl. So It was cool for me. I love the fact. And then they have two levels of the food. So what did you think about when you saw the restaurants?
The sports bar actually was pretty impressive because they have all the views, even walking through that little private entertainment area section. Um, the views, like you said, everywhere you go in the resort, you're either seeing the lagoon or ocean, like there's some type of water that you're viewing. And in the restaurants, it's very open and very big. So it makes you feel like you're outside when you're inside, and the you get an incredible view. And I think that's also where they said they did their entertainment as well.
They
They
do
got
some
a section.
they do some entertainment down there. They have their bigger entertainments down on the main level. But
Okay.
I agree. The sports bar, well, I did like the sports bar because as soon as you walk in, it was like, oh, sports ocean. It was just beautiful. I like the fact that a lot of the main restaurants were between the second and the third floor. Most of them, I believe, was on the second floor, and the third floor is where the buffet was. I love the fact that everything was centralized. I love when things are centralized, so you don't have to be running all over a resort period looking for stuff and things like that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And on every floor, we did see a concierge table. And if you are a Diamond Club, you do get your own concierge. And again, it's the same setup. You'll have the WhatsApp app to communicate with them. But overall, I like Chic. Chic is adults only. It used to be for
Yeah.
kids, and they said, we're going to do adults only.
And they have, if you also with the buffet, before you go to a next subject, they you can either sit outside as well. Remember, they took us outside. You can have an outside seat with your buffet food, or you could sit inside. And they also, which is really important, they have a lot of vegan options, a lot of vegetarian, and all of their food. Like I noticed with the pasta, um, everything was covered. So you had, for safety precautions, um, everything was kind of really neat in its place, and everyone was serving you. I like that about that.
And I asked about people who have any kind of like allergens or diet
Right.
restrictions.
Yes.
How do they handle that? And they honestly said that if you contact them in advance and let them know that you have these restrictions, they will try to work with you. And they said a lot of times, especially if you are in Diamond Club, they will communicate with you every single day to find out where you plan on eating so they can make sure that there is something on the menu for you or things like that. But they also said inside of the buffet, everything is labeled. So it tells you what's gluten free,
Right.
vegetarian, vegan. I was like, oh, great, great, that works because we had a lot of people who have very specific allergens.
Yes.
So that was really great. So I know for me and a couple other agents, I don't know, Sarah might jump on the bandwagon with us, and I'll be happy with it. We're going back to Chic for New Year's Eve. We're going to be out there from about the 29th of December to the 3rd of January. We're taking bookings right now, and we're going to celebrate the new year in another country. I have to go back to Chic. It is beautiful. I was very impressed. That was my first time actually touring a resort on the inside of the hotel zone.
And that's the area in Cancun, in case some people aren't familiar. There's Riviera Maya, there's Cancun, the hotel zone, Playa del Carmen. This is where like a bunch of the hotel properties are, different shopping, and a lot of like street food vendors as well. So it's a pretty lively area.
Yeah. So, guys, we just wanted to give you our review. We wanted to tell you about it, how much fun we had, about the food that we ate, the drinks that were had. I don't think I had not one bad drink the entire time. I loved everything about both resorts. So, just so you know who we are, let me go ahead and you see our names pop back up on the screen. Go ahead and send us a message if you want to go ahead and talk about booking a trip to either one of these resorts or any other place that your heart desires. And we'll be glad to go ahead and book these amazing trips for you. We're going to go and let everybody go because guess what? We got trips to book. So
Yes.
we have to say goodbye. And thank you, Sarah, for taking time out of your busy day to
Thank you
join
for
me.
having me. This was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm glad I can get on here and share with you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So everybody have a good day. And as always, I want you to stay safe. I want you to travel often. And my favorite, I need you to eat well. So talk to you guys later. Bye.